Good evening. So, if you are trying to set up your IRP or your portion plate for the first time, okay, I am going to cover two areas that are delaying or impacting your transaction. Okay, I process IRP accounts, portion plate accounts. I set them up for the first time for truckers, and I do come across these two issues that I'm going to share in a moment. Okay, these issues are impacting you truckers from moving your freight, and some of you have bought, tractors. You're just getting in the game for the first time, and you can't, move your freight because you don't have the plates. Okay, so it's kind of like a catch 22. Your tractor is sitting. And I want you guys to really understand that some of these things that I'm going to be sharing and addressing, you have control. You have control over these issues. So in reality, since you have control, you can essentially minimize or even eliminate any delays pertaining to the fact that you don't have what it is that you're needing, according to the DMV. So the first thing that I want to talk about is what is on your DOT account. What is on your DOT account? So I'm speaking of DOT at the federal level, okay? For those that are not aware, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, okay? So let me give you some examples of what I'm talking about. If you have not updated your federal tax ID or your EIN with DOT, and you should have, maybe there was a change along the way, you should update that with DOT. Okay. If there was a change in your business or operations name and you haven't done that with DOT yet, you need to do that as well. Okay. Any address changes that would need to be updated also. Okay. If you received a letter from DOT advising you of what you need to be in compliance with, that also has to be taken care of. And another example is, possible overweight citations, okay, or scale citations. If you haven't taken care of those, you would need to do that as well, okay? So just giving you guys a few of these examples. There's many more, okay, but I wanted to really highlight these areas here, okay? Because when the DMV is trying to process your new account, okay, they are going to reach out to DOT to make sure you are in compliance with DOT. And if you're not in compliance with DOT, they are not going to be able to move forward with your brand new IRP or a portion plate account. Very important. The second thing that is going to impact your transaction, if you're not careful, is going to be the documents that is required. Okay, when it's time to set up your IRP account. Okay, proof of your business name, proof of residency. Okay, and it's really more in depth, but I'm just giving you a glimpse. You really got to provide those documents that is being requested. Okay, so when folks reach out to me, I'm telling you, depending on your state, because I do IRP, accounts, brand new IRP accounts for, all 50 states, or all 48 states actually, and all 48, depending on your circumstance. I'm telling you what is needed. Okay, I'm telling you the requirements per state. Okay, no exceptions. And it's going to be up to you to provide what it is that I'm telling you, that's needed. And unfortunately, this one here, it's like a huge delay. I see delays a lot when it comes to this. Okay. When DMV is requesting documents, the documents in question must be in the name of the IRP applicant. Okay, it can, so if your IRP, as an example, is going to be in your individual name, they don't want to see documents in the proof of your business name. Okay, everything has to match. Okay, everything has to match. And also, with those documents, please do not send piece by piece by piece. Okay, if you are required, let's just say, document wise, you are required to provide, you know, 7 documents. Do not send 2 today and, 5 next week. Send all of your documents at once. If you don't have what you need today, wait until you get all of your documents at one time. One of DMV's pet peeves, as well as mine, is receiving documents piece by piece by piece. You know, you send in a document today, but you need 6 more documents, is not going to allow your transaction to move any faster. Many people don't realize this, but the DMV will not touch your transaction, even with IRP related matters. They will not touch your transaction until they have everything that they need. So you doing piece by piece is not helping you at all. Submit what it is that you're required to at one time. Okay. So for those of you that are getting new IRP accounts for the first time, keep these 2 things in mind that I just shared tonight. If you want to know how you can get your transaction processed in a timely manner, yes, let me just add this. The DMV sometimes will have delays, okay? Things that you can't control, but you want to do your part. Don't let it be your fault that your transaction is at a standstill or has gotten rejected. Okay, if you're concerned about moving your freight and getting paid, continuing with your operations, do your part so your transaction can get done as quickly as possible. If you want to put in your IRP service request to me, you can visit me at wisdomandauthority.com. Or if you want to share your experience, maybe you are in the process now of getting your IRP. Maybe things are not going the way that you had hoped or anticipated. Feel free to drop me a line below. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please click, share, and subscribe. I hope to hear from you soon.